Greetings and welcome back to our Let's Play / Tutorial 2 Stellaris Iron Baby mode. Last episode we finally found alien life, yay! We made first contact, we haven't quite deciphered their language yet, but in eager preparation of our new neighbors and interacting with them, we've built new fleets and ambassadors to better interact and understand our neighbors, and also to add their biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. But first, a little bit more bookkeeping. We got a new tradition. Now it's a question on how we are going to play this. I could either continue on the discovery track, only 3 more perks, and we are done. I would get 10% more research. The first one, research returns, is good because right now we have every time we can research something new, we get 3 choices. With this, we would get 4, which is good. The upkeep is I don't care. Leader pool size increase is also good. It's good. We're already close to our maximum. If we get ourselves a general for our army, then that's it. And again, upkeep for this is upkeep for our scientist leaders, and this is upkeep for the scientist population. Not super interesting, I'd say. Alternatively, we could go for supremacy straight away, assuming that there will be war soon, and we would start up with an increased naval capacity. Not really something that we need right now, because we're not even close to our current cap. Army damage is good, but then stuff gets juicy. Ship cost minus 10%, ship upkeep minus 10%, fire rate plus 10%. That is something that is really good. So you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. We also get a new agenda. Let me check on that real quick. And that is military build up, ship build cost. Oh, ship energy upkeep, war exhaustion gain. Oh. Now that is sweet. Once we finished with finding the void, which would take us 85 more months, I'm most certainly gonna do that. Right. We see our first military fleet. You know what? I'm gonna go and buy us. Oh no, we don't have. Yeah, we just got a new tradition, so we don't have any unity left for a general. But I think I do want a general as soon as we can, so we can gather some experience already. That's good. Then it gives us even more bonuses. Right. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, that's the science vessel. Stuff happening. Oh yes. Attachment of covert operation drones led by Unit A4 managed to land in a remote area of the PN colonies on the Atlas system. Again, those guys here. They were able to see several live aliens, as well as a large stash of technical hardware that may prove useful for decoding their communications and asserting their technological level before making an escape. Though the operation went without a hitch and our operators were able to escape without pursuit, it is probably too much to hope for that the PAs remains ignorant of our actions. So what is the thing here? They shall give up their secrets. Our fleet in the territory have fled to avoid reprisal. The first contact advance, or let the vivisection commence. We will likely find out more from this approach, but the PAs will be extremely displeased when they find out the first contact process advances. It would be very Borg to start with the vivisection. Let's be honest here. let's be the Borg. Let's just go all in. So right, we know how they look like. I mean, I hope we knew this before we started the section. So excavation, I will indeed read the stuff this time, even though we have little choices here. But the excavations usually have some mini storyline, which is fun. Hope sometimes. Even with the naked eye, it's easy to see something highly irregular in the shape of Cerebus 3D. The smooth curvature of the surface, it has curvature, that's because it's in 3D, of the surface is suddenly interrupted by a gigantic spherical bump. At some point, a moon of large asteroid collided with the planet, but must have done so in a fairly delicate manner, merely lodging itself in the planet crust rather than rending it asunder. Sure, that is definitely worth investigating. Console generator, yeah, that is the new one. I got it. There are two planets, Alpine and Savannah, right? Savannah is we are home to a desert planet, and Savannah is also a dry planet, so it's close enough that we don't get a huge penalty on hospitality. Alpine worlds, they are wet or whatever. That is more tricky. We could still send robots because it's 25 in size. Oh, I forgot to unpause the game. Yeah, now these guys, because we started with the fifth section, they're now hostile. So we should definitely take care of that. Oh. Bollocks. Yeah, they have started constructing a space station. So we're too late. Shame. I mean, yeah, he's still going there, but it's I don't see any reason why they would not be able to finish it before we get there. So back home, and we will also send our fleet already over there, because since we are hostile, or like everyone is hostile here, is better. It's better to be safe than sorry. Researching stuff. So your civilian ships, that is construction ship and science vessel, automatically evade enemy military ships because they have the fleet stance evasive. If you want to turn this off, you can always put them to passive. But then they basically ignore enemy ships. They would get into range and then shot down. So for the most part, you want, especially a construction ship, to be evasive. Sometimes you need your science vessel to be passive in order to fly through an enemy system to get on the other side and continue surveying. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Now this is interesting. We could go for better missiles and try an all missile build for our ships, or we could improve our robots. The robot modding and modification point means it's basically new perk points like the ones we used for creating our species. I'd say this is, however, very costly. We cannot just, we don't get the point and then apply it to all the existing robots. We would create a new template of robots, and then we could apply the template of robots, but this would cost us a lot of engineering research. Why it's research and not resources, I don't know, but that's how it is. So this would take ages to finish with our current research. I'd rather, I think, assuming that there will be hostilities very soon, let's go for weapons. This icon means we have a lack of housing on this planet. Well, we should be building some housing, some houses then. And we have we have a good number of agricultural districts here, potentially. So we will start building agricultural districts on our home planet. I wonder. What you gonna do? We could build. I wonder if I want to build a any building. I think this is good, right? Unity and Unity. Yeah. Let's build a Nexus district, getting more housing, but also a new building slot, which might be good. Right. So we don't have to flee from these ships because, for whatever reason, we know that they are civilian and not a threat to us. Oh, same here. We have enough money, but right now I actually want some more alloys. First contact. Oh, they're actually crystalline entities. They're not marauders. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we can either attempt to engage with potential dangerous objects directly, or establish remote surveillance and observe them from safe distance. So they are crystalline entities. They're again space fauna. If we zoom in a little closer, we can see them. So they usually don't move. Sometimes they might, but usually I think they don't move. They usually, I think they can reproduce. So they can get, oh yeah, and so I think those guys in the other system here, they are not going to reproduce. Here, new ones could show up. They have like this neighbours, which definitely does not look at all like an entity from Star Trek Next Generation. So thank you, ING, for keeping the theme straight. Doesn't change much about what I said before. They are hostile to anyone going in there. Well, they are not that strong, 500 only, but they are really strong, and they are super strong. So someone could go around, fight against the smaller fleet and get into our system, but I don't think anyone is going to do this anytime soon. This is some investment here. But it's also no marauders, so they're very unlikely to attack us. That's really good. Love that. Right. So let me just check on the time. Yeah. I think I'm gonna upgrade a space station here once that is done. I mean, upgrade the space station, that is. I can show you a little bit about how to deal with space stations. Right now it's 216. It cannot fight properly. I'm going to upgrade it. Cost us a bunch. Take some time, and then we have something that is very similar to the space station we had in our system 0. Our space station already started firing because the space station is military. The little science vessel here is not, so they will have a bad time. The little one, however, has a good time. So you saw how they disappeared. They disengaged, they managed to flee. They didn't explode. That is what we had with the 50% higher disengaged chance from this perk here. If a fleet or individual ships determined to be super inferior to their opponent, they try to flee. Archeology side, among blueprints and schematics, we discovered a strange document from the personal files of the quantum architect. In the beginning, we dwelt in darkness, our God said, let there be dark. And there was. When our first ancestors gained the spark of sentience, we searched the heavens for signs of life or meaning, but all above of us was darkness. As we built our civilization, our minds scanned the shadows in the night. We toiled in the places where we built our first cities, always testing their foundations. Thousands of years later, I had the temerity to look up while others labored with their gaze downcast. My mind opened to the heavens. Building a temple of circuitry and steel, I formed my own tools, empowered by the light of my intellect, to perfect a labyrinth of diodes and capacitors. I cast my consciousness through the cosmos, perceiving something beyond the dark skies that shrouded our world. For I could sense what others could not. We were not alone in the universe. As though through a glass, darkly I could detect thousands of other worlds. I could sense the impossible beyond the night, but 1,000 points of light. So this thing most likely is related to our quantum catapult, if you haven't probably seen that already. That's nice. Let's see what's in here. I'm fairly sure there's a monster. Yeah, building stuff. Great. So once our space station is ready, I go through the buildings and modules. Our fleet will arrive, and I think then that's it, and we are one episode away from the actual exterminate. So it worked out just fine. Oh, no monsters. I'm kind of disappointed. Anyway. Yeah. Just keep building, my friend. Just keep building. Right, that was slightly boring even, I'd say. I don't even know where to go next. Probably checking out stuff down here to make sure if there are other neighbors. Yeah, more food production, that's okay. Tile blockers, they're so freaking boring, but I'm going for the tile blockers now because I don't care for the hydroponics. Hydroponic farms actually I do, because that's a building that makes one planet. You can specialize a planet with this to be your main corn silo of your empire, which is more efficient than having agriculture districts spread out all over the place. So now we have our starbase. You might notice that our two starbases are in separate categories, a shipyard and a starbase. The shipyard obviously is a shipyard because it can build ships. This starbase cannot. So the reason for this is our shipyard has the shipyard module, the starbase hasn't gotten one yet. Now the question is, what do you want in this particular shipyard? Starbase. I'd say we want a shipyard to have a source of new ships close to the enemy lines, and other than our first shipyard, I don't care about the solar panel that produces energy. That's nice. Oh yeah, we should probably take care of our energy production next episode. But right now I'd rather have more guns. As for the building, yes, the lower three are good for combat. The target uplink computer would improve our ships in the system, the same system, which would be relevant if we defend here with our fleet. The communication jammer makes it less likely for enemies to escape once they're in combat. and the disruption field generator reduces the shield points of the enemy ships in this sector. All very nice. I will go with the service umbilicals though, because for the time being we still have to station our ships here, and yeah, you can see our income currently is useless. Actually, I'm going to do this first, so we have good income. Get a gun battery, get a shipyard, donezo. Once the shipyard is finished in this system, I will most likely get rid of this shipyard and instead build another solar panel here, because I'm kind of concerned about my income. The service umbilicals now are entirely useless here, but at the same time, well, they have a keep. We're not going to station, we're going to have any ships stationed here for the time being. I might actually get rid of it just for the 1 energy per month, which is not much really. But I'm almost certain I'm not going to use it anymore, so might as well get rid of it. So one more thing that is a bit of a minute detail, but it can be relevant. So let's say our ships engage the enemy, we're going to attack, and it doesn't go super well, we have to retreat. Then our ships will retreat to their home system. The home system, if we were to click here, this is also what they would do, by the way. The home system can be changed by, there's a bunch of ways to do this. Home base here, either with the ship directly or with the fleet inside the fleet manager. In both cases you can change the home system of a fleet. We will set the home system of this fleet, for obvious reason, to the new space station. For once, the duration of which under which a fleet is unavailable on their retreat depends on how far they have to go. So if we lose a battle in Atlas, they have to retreat and would have to go back to 0. It would take much longer than going back to the Rebels, where we want them to be. So let's put this as our home fleet, home base, and that's it. Right. So the rest is not super relevant right now. We will talk about the other things next episode, when it's almost certain that there will be some fun with our new neighbors. All right, that's the episode for now. We have talked a bit more about exploitation of resources. We have expanded a little more, and next time it's most likely going to be about the last X of our 4X game. So thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.